Welcome back, everybody. This is Brother Mutant here. Today we're going to continue our quest to be Pathfinder Kingmaker. We're using Dorraj, who is our Sword Saint and our main Magus. And he has two mercenaries that we have specifically tailored for this build so that we can run as a Triumvirate when we wanted to. Now we're actually on full-on Team 6, SEAL Team 6, kicking some ass, magic style. We have, though, for our mercenaries, we have an Inquisitor who is a monster tactician, and we also have a custom build, and that's because we have mods to make it this way. But we have an undead, and that is an eldritch scoundrel for our other mercenary, and that's a pretty baller combo. For those that don't know, you cannot make an undead without using mods, sadly. They give you a teammate who's an undead teammate, by the way. That's how I even got the idea in the first place. I'm like, wow, that must be something that can happen. Sure enough, you can. You just need Eldritch Arcana. Now, this mod, and notice that I'm using all these mods here, this particular mod gives me a few spells that you don't have access to, some feats that you don't have access to, that they just never implemented in the game. And someone decided, hey, you know what, I always wanted that, let's make that thing happen. And then, to make it even better, they gave us something that isn't even in the vanilla version of the game, something called traits. And those traits allow us to literally do a variety of things. One of which is to take a physique as well as an emotional penalty. If you do that, you get an extra trait. Now, I took the physique penalty for the undead, and the reason for that was because the penalty was that she was cursed. If you have it set up in the right way, you can pick your curse. The witch's curse is the normal one where you turn into a frog. It is weird as hell. But the other one is the undead curse, and it may sound like a curse, but you know what? I kind of like the fact that I don't have a con stat, and I get to use my charisma for my hit points and my fortitude. Kind of baller. And again, you get all the pluses of being undead as well. So you get healed by inflict light wound spells, or inflict spells in general, harm spells. You have sensitivity, of course, as undead to all those divine spells and holy spells, and ones that basically hurt undead because you're undead. So that's a thing. But other than that, you get all the pluses and very little in the way of minuses as far as I'm concerned. And now notice I have other mods here as well. Turn-based combat will probably be the most obvious thing that you see while I play this game. That's different from you guys' vanilla version. And again, that's because you guys are using real time with pause. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I've played that one many, many times. It's fun-ish. I must admit, I do like the combat turns this way a lot better. It's easier to plan. I know what I'm doing. Everyone plays it's more like the pen and paper version of D&D, so that you literally get to go, you go, then it's your turn. Okay, now it's your turn, then it's this person's turn. And if you can figure out whose initiative is next, which is easy enough to do with the big pop-up menu that they give you, you can specifically target somebody before he or she gets their turn, kill that bastard off, so they don't even get a chance to swing in that combat round, which is pretty sweet. You know, lock them down, hold them with spells, you do a web spell, you know, stuff of this nature. Again, combat tactics that you can employ instead of the cluster pile that is real time with pause, because it's just a free-for-all. So I kind of dig that mod out of all of the ones. Eldritch Arcana is amazing, but if I honestly had to pick just one, it would still be the turn-based combat. Now, we are finished with quite a few quests. You see we've beaten the prologue, the initial chapter 0, if you will. Stolen Lands, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4 is even done. Now we're on Chapter 5, officially. Twice-born Warlord, and we found where the Warlord's at, but we had some stuff to do back in our capital. So we still have to assemble the militia. Excuse me. Assemble the militia. We still have a curse to deal with. And I got a feeling that we probably want to get this Warlord done before that curse is up, so we don't want to burn too much time over here kicking around in our castle. But we're still waiting for news that has to do with our coronation, I think. Talk to the twins alone. I need to go do that, which is where we're at right now. And we just got done with the Stolen Lands again, and we're waiting for it again to disperse. Very fun. Extremely difficult, but I found a couple things out while I was doing that stuff. So let's get into it, shall we? So now you have to talk to the sister, so this part of the video is going to be extremely boring. I apologize. I hate this DLC, quite frankly. And I'm not a fan of the Kineticist class. For anyone that's ever watched me play this game, you've heard me complain about the sisters a lot, because they're both kineticists. They're one body shared in the same person, so they can flip-flop. And you basically get two characters for the price of one, which is, yay, right? And no, it sucks. They are OP, if you build them the right way. They can basically solo the game, and you're just kind of standing there going, why the hell am I and my team here? You can handle this. We'll just sit here and then snack, which is kind of lame. And I don't like their story arc. So, of all the characters, literally this is the one that I really hate the most. Canara mumbles something with an independent air, then chuckles. Some story, isn't it? You're fine, aren't you? Amazing, isn't it? Yes, I'm quite all right for someone who was used as bait for an evil monster from Abaddon. Did you understand what the forefather was trying to achieve? He explained everything with his devilish dedication to details. He considers his offspring a valuable investment. And me, well, I'm his property, and my death didn't annul the contract. But I suspect he has another motive. You know, them Daimavigas, like the forefather, that's a weird ass name, forefather lived for one thing, twisting the souls of believers in their deities and bringing them under the reign of Asmodeus. Hell does not forgive mistakes, and the forefather was well regarded there, but his valuable investments slipped his grasp to be rescued by another deity. That must be unbearable for him, and he will do anything it takes to take us back, or me at least. You seem unhappy that Kaliki and I decided to summon you to save the Sweet Teeth. Canara wrinkles her nose. You are my patron. You have the right to give orders and decide how to fight your battles, but the same is not true of my sister. She risked my life a second time, and that's not something I take lightly. Let me remind you, the first time I died, it was because of her virtuous trickery. I died alone, desperate, with a clear understanding of what was happening and what fate awaited me. Canara's face grows dark, and her tail thrashes the floor. What can we do? I'd say we should figure out how to stop the forefather from carrying out his plan. He's stronger than you or I. It's only Nethys' power that keeps him at bay. For now, only someone with a death wish would stand against deity or his herald. But for now, all we can do is wait. I need to talk to your sister. Canara nods wryly, but says nothing. For everything that happened at the Kingland's Barrens, Kaliki has kept to herself while acting as if nothing happened. This time she greets you with almost pointed nonchalance. Hello, welcome. How are you? Kaliki gives you a grateful smile touched with sadness. It's been a difficult time for me. Thank you for asking. I'm starting to not trust this one as much as the other one. And it's the blue eyes versus the red eyes. I'm telling you what. They try to make her feel like, oh, she's the good, sympathetic one. You know what? The other sister kind of has a point. Did you understand what the forefather was trying to achieve? Oh, yes. He couldn't help explaining everything in great detail. The patronage that Nethys gave us weighs heavily on him. But despite all his might, the forefather believes in rules. He imagines that if he forces us to break the deity's conditions, Nethys will turn away from us. Perhaps he's right, but in spite of everything, I'm grateful for the taste of freedom I've received. I've had enough of pretending. I want to bear my true name and not have to lie about everything all the time. I think Canara is very angry with you. You saw and heard everything. Back then, my heart was like a pot boiling with scalding poison. I shouldn't be angry at my sister, I know, but I'm so tired. And it seems the nightmare we endured in Kadira has returned to us. Whatever we do, we keep hurting each other. What can we do now? I'm afraid all we can do is wait. The devil promises not yet the end, and that he'll make us break Nethys' other condition. I wish I knew how he's going to do that, because it means Canara and I will meet again. Kaliki swings her tail nervously. Oh, that's not going to be good. I have to go so Lump is out. Okay. Check mark. That's the only reason we did that. Okay. It is an interesting story. I mean, it's weird, but this is at least something.
In due time.
I'm just not a fan, I guess. Quick save. And that's how we go. Alright, so we want to do a quick check on the kingdom before we kind of pack up and head on out to do our, well, Twice-Born Lord. Yeah, we got to kick Armag's ass. That's going to be a fun one today. I hadn't got on the video until late tonight, guys. I do apologize for this. I got 4 videos already in the hopper ready to give to you guys. That'll be the first thing I do tomorrow morning. But it was a lazy day. Arlene, one of my favorites. Arlene bows. Greetings, your grace. Allow me to alleviate your daily concerns with a humble gift from your admirer. Rod of the Fearless. I think we already got that. That's cool. I am certain that you and one of your friends will find this trinket useful. It's come a long way to get in your hands. I'd order something specific. I qualify your money. What would you like? Let's go with staff. Whatever you say. Boom, boom, boom. Now, and again, I do recommend you guys go online and find out what gifts she can bestow upon you depending on what things that you pick on that list. Because again, you just saw we got the Rod of the Fearless, which is something we already had. I don't care. It's an awesome rod, so it's not the worst thing ever to get you another one. Plus 3 on saving throws against fear. Ability to make spells 3 times a day as if they were quickened. So this is basically the middle, or sorry, this is the lesser one. Ability up to 3 spells they cast per day is quickened as a quick feat. Yeah, it says right there, lesser rods can be used with spells of 3rd level. But that's okay. Again, point is you have 3 spells a day that you can just fire off, fire off, fire off. And to get a little bonus to fear protection as well, which is pretty awesome. Now I have an extend one, and the rod of the field is here, so I already have one. So that means I could either A, sell that, but it's only 800 bucks, so, you know, boring. But there's plenty of people that could use a med magic rod of that magnitude. It's like here, right? Lesser quick and med magic rod. Look how much this one actually costs. I could sell this one, get money for it, like a lot, and have this one in her kitty, and it's exactly the same thing and more. So literally, this is the better version. So pretty sweet. Let's go by price. But I will not do that. I will use the other one for another caster. Because we got other teammates. Oh, where's... No, actually, I want to give it to... Yeah, she never gets enough fun stuff. Here you go, kiddo. And since we're already here, I might as well give her other stuff. So she has spells that she needs. Break enchantment? Sure, why not? She wants the protection from arrows communal? Sure, why not? And this is another mod that I have, by the way, that allows me to see the stuff that she needs in yellow or in green. So if you see a scroll that's bright green like that, you're like, why the hell is that? It's because I have a mod that specifically tells me, hey, this is something you can scribe. Very useful feature, by the way. But we have people to level up, I see, too. So let's actually get that stuff done. So we start with Val, Fighter, another feat, and total cover. While using a tower shield specialist cannot be flanked. Oh, that's epic. That goes a long way for solving some problems for her. So athletics, perception, of course, always. And again, I've only unlocked use match device just so we have something in it. There was no real reason to do it other than that. So again, I don't mind going persuasion. Not that it's a skill that she's particularly good at, but it is there. Let's see what we got here. We're working on missile shield, blind fight, outflank. I got basically armor, shield focus, greater shield focus, heavy armor focus. I got blind fight already, yes. So basically anything that's upping her abilities as a front tank fighter. You know, greater weapon specialization, that's more damage. Sure, that's just a +2 though. It's not stellar compared to what she can be doing. Combat reflexes, on the other hand, can be okay. More attacks of opportunity. I could get her coordinated defenses so that she's, you know, more likely to be straight up immune to stuff like that. The combat maneuvers, I mean. And it's a teamwork feat, so we have other people that have it too. You have to have someone next to you that has the feat, in most cases, to get stuff like that to work. I could get a critical focus for Bastard Sword, but I think she may have had... Oh, she already has improved critical, I bet, for it. Let's actually prove that to ourselves. Yeah. Where are you at, you little bastard? Probably alphabetical, right? No, we don't have improved critical. Why is it? How is that possible? Is it given to her automatically? That's right here. For yeah, she already has it for Bastard Sword. It's right there. Okay, I was about to say. Where was I at? That was the critical focus. This is the one that literally allows you to increase your crit chance, because if you crit, it's not guaranteed. Then you do a confirmation roll. So this increases your confirmation roll by +4. So I could do that, but again, she's not a damage dealer per se. I could do Dazzling Display for some funsies, I suppose. Actually, does she have... She probably has Cornigan Smash already on her build, right? Maybe. No, she does not. What am I missing for Cornigan Smash, kiddo? Oh, she doesn't have power attack. Yeah. Yeah, that's a bad one for her, though. Alright, we just need to make a decision and move on. Shield Wall. Shake it off. Precise Strike. Here we go. Extra damage. Precise Strike. Something that's common for the team. There we go. I'm happy with that. Okay. Moving on. We have a Bard to level up. Lindsay, my love, is finally doing Bard performance as a swift action now. So literally this is amazing. So she can literally pop off her buff for the team, sing a little song while she runs into battle still and swings her sword. Or shoots her crossbow in our case. So again, that's epic for her. Let's get some Perception up, some Arcana up, some Trickery up. Notice that her 18 here is not actually the right number. See how it says 25 up there? It's not calculating in the bardic knowledge or the jack of all trades stuff until after the fact, I think. So, again, she's a lot better off than you think. But we wanted to get these ones up. Again, it works. The bardic knowledge works for all of these. Lore Nature, Lore Religion. You see, they're there for everybody. But sadly, these ones we haven't really invested in. A highly intelligent bard, and she's not that bad, by the way. A highly intelligent bard, though, can really rack these ones up here. And thanks to that bardic knowledge, they can have really solid core numbers here, which is kind of amazing. But as you can see, I went trickery with her. Actually, I probably shouldn't, now that I think about it. Let's actually go this route. She's got more than enough trickery, and no one else. We've got plenty of other people on the team that are way better than her, and she'll never catch up to us. So this was more early level stuff than anything. Let's see. Weapon focus. I can give her a weapon focus in her heavy crossbow or crossbow in general. I give her blind fight, but she doesn't melee very much. I give her some armor focus for some extra armor. Deadly aim. That might be okay. Dodge could be okay. Extra performance, of course, is always a classic for her. What? Give her some meta magics, I suppose. We'll do that on the next one. I think we need to just give her something like what? Spell pen, yeah. Precise strike, yeah. I want. Where are you at? I'm gonna take Deadly Aim. I'm gonna take it because even if she doesn't need it, she can shut that off. But she does have rapid shot. She already has mini shots, so again, she has some really good choices here. And actually, I don't even think mini shot works for her because she's using a crossbow instead of a bow. But she can use a short bow, I believe. See, level 3 spells. We're looking at. Pass. Pass. Fear. This one's more interesting for me because even if they make the check, the creature is shaken for at least one round. That does set other people up. So fear is not the worst one ever. And again, I usually think of bards as the people that do enchantments and charms and mental effects kind of persons, illusions a little bit too. So again, I could totally do that. I could just give her a healing spell and be okay with that. Deep Slumber's kind of OP when you can use it, but not now at level 13 stuff. No. Displacement could be okay for her. Haste, I suppose, is another option though. But between slow and good hope, we got debuffs and buffs. You know, Stu. Let me read this one more time. It'd be good to set somebody up, but it's only you setting up your other teammate, not setting up yourself, because if they fail that check and then they make it on the next round, you didn't get a chance to capitalize on it. So I'm going to go with Fear. It's AoE, it's not teammate friendly, but with our placement, it's a lot easier for us to not hit our team. Definitely getting that greater heroism, you better believe that shit's coming. Now, I like Shadow Evocation, because it's a multi-purpose spell. You can do a Fireball, a Lightning Bolt, a Shout, a Volcanic Storm, or Ice Storm with one spell. And she's a spontaneous caster, so she can just pick it as she needs, which is just epic. But if you want damage, you can't really go wrong with Kai Shout. This is just like straight up like your ear-piercing stream on crack. It's a single target, does 1d6 of sonic damage per caster level, so 20d6 max, unless of course we use like meta magics or something to take us beyond that. And stunned for one round. Again, it's pretty damn baller. Now, of course, if they make the save, half damage and then negates the stun, but so what? Just make sure they don't make the save. But that was a pretty good option for her, I believe. Our other Magus buddy, remember he is Draconicing it up. Now this is normally, again, where most people would stop. Remember, increments of 4 for Dragon Disciple. So at level 4, Dragon Disciple people stop routinely. Level 8, some people will push it like me and say, oh, the 8's not that bad. And again, yes, you use the caster level. You lose a caster level at level 1, level 5, and level 9, which is why you'd be crazy to go 10 levels into this thing. But I'm going to, and there is a reason behind my madness. Feel free to watch my Dragon Disciple video. Make sure you're looking at the one that's not the defunct video, because that one, there's a trick in there that I was using, and it turns out that they took that trick away. Not surprising. kind of OP. I was getting like 8 extra strength. It was pretty baller. But they cut that shit out. So we're back on this now. So what do we do here? The reason I'm doing 10 just as a for why is because not because of the blind sense, because you're going to get that down here anyway, and the fact that I'm at 50 feet versus 60 feet by the end of the build. Who really cares? It's 10 less feet. This is more than enough. 60 would be great, and again, we will get there. But the reason I'm going 10 in is at level 10, they literally give you the ability to cast a spell-like ability, turning into a dragon, but a level 2 version of it, which means it's a level 7 casting of the spell. We get the level 6 version, which is this guy here, only for the type of dragon that you are, in his case, a blue dragon. But he can cast this spell, because it's a level 6 spell, he'll have access to it, and of course he'll pick it. Or actually, he gets it for free. Point is, though, is he'll be able to cast the spell, turn into any kind of dragon that he wants to. But the spell-like ability he has right now allows him to do this, again, like 1 or 2 times a day, but again, only at level 1, Dragonkind 1. This is fine. It's a solid spell. If you take it 10 levels in for Dragon Disciple, they grant you the ability to turn into Dragonkind 2, which is more strength, more con, more natural armor, more pluses, no minuses here, except for like size penalty, but who gives a shit about that? And it's awesome, and you definitely want it. That's the reason I'm honestly doing it. And it's underpowered. I know that. There's plenty of things wrong with it, but he's still a solid character with it, and I love it. Why does he got suddenly so many points to spend? Oh, that's the other reason I went 8 levels. Because at the 8th level, you get more intelligence. So 4 levels in and you get 4 strength bonus. So you see his 26 here, 4 of that's coming from his ability boost from Dragon Disciple. You get like 6 levels in and you get a +2 to your con. So more hit points, which is awesome, and a slightly better fortitude. Again, no one's going to complain about those things. But again, you will have to go 6 levels in to get that shit. Since you're already 6 levels in, you might as well go 8 because you're not losing any more spell progression, which is what I've done. And so we're at 8 levels now, and at the 8th level, they give you a +2 to your intelligence. It's so weird that they do this, though, because, again, you're a sorcerer, or in our case, an Eldritch Scion, a Magus, that's a charisma-based version. Intelligence isn't your thing. So why give you an intelligence bonus? Oh, you're a smarter dragon. Yay, yes. I'm not going to complain, because as you see, it just gave me a crap ton of points that I can spend here. And I will do so. So now his use magic device is pretty damn solid, and his persuasion is high, high, high. His athletics is still kept up with it, and his perception is awesome. Honestly, at this point, I would probably stop with use magic device. Maybe level it up, I don't know, another point or 2. But dump the rest then into Arcana, being that he's an arcane type guy. Now, notice that we have a choice to keep spells or replace spells. And you should always check to make sure there's not something you want to ditch. Sleep spell is a fine example. One that's great at early levels, then it straight up sucks past like level 3 or 4. But we're keeping all those spells. Notice also for the Dragon Disciple Bloodline, again, if you only go 4 levels deep, you only get 1 of these feats. I'm actually getting all 3. No, they're not amaze balls or anything like that. But again, blind fight for free, power attack for free. Those are all solid choice. I like improved initiative. Creative fortitude is not the worst thing ever. I'm probably actually going to go with toughness. I could, matter of fact, I think I will. Let's go mobility on something here. I want to check something here real quick, guys. There's this feat that I have that you don't if you're playing the vanilla version game, called Eldritch Heritage. It's actually a cool way to get some kick-ass stuff. Notice how you have to have a high charisma, he does, and a character level, which is no big deal, and then of course a skill in something, mobility, persuasion, any of these things. And the reason it's any of those is because they unlock various bloodlines. So by picking, what did I grab, mobility? Yeah. By picking mobility, I can make myself an elemental bloodline, Eldritch Heritage, maybe. Some of these are broken though. So know that. You might be wasting your time investing in stuff. But what was the other choice I could have grabbed? Arcana. Now that one might be more interesting. So let's look at what lore or knowledge Arcana unlocks. Arcane Bloodline, any lore or knowledge skill. So that's all 4 choices. So that's Arcana, World, Lore Religion, Lore Nature. Any of that would work. And you would unlock this potential. And that's it. So our choices are Elemental Bloodline or Arcane. Let's do the Arcane. Screw it. This will be fun. So skill, focus, knowledge, arcana. A bonus to his knowledge arcana check. And again, he does that already anyway, so that's not the worst thing ever. Again, just go back here just to show you. So he has a 12 in there now, and again, it'll be higher with this feat pick at the end of the build. And then we're going to grab here. He's already got his corner against Smash, I believe. No, he does not. Yeah, he does. Where are you? Yeah, he's got it. Okay. So he can intimidate opponents. That was my real concern there. From there, then we're going for that Eldritch Heritage. And now you see that now that we have that feat, the knowledge feat, it lights up one of the choices. Right? If you have one that unlock more than one choice, by the way, which you can do, it's a, let's see if I can find an example of that. Because again, these work for all these different things. So here's nature twice. So if you had lower nature, for instance, you could unlock either the Fae or the Orc bloodline. And that's important because the Orc bloodline gives strength, just like the Dragon Disciple did. So I could really rock a solid character here with some lower nature, but we did not pick that. And I couldn't pick that without using this feat and then delaying the use of this thing, which is fine. Lower religion is in here twice, undead bloodline or celestial bloodline, as you can see. Again, anything that's lore or nature or knowledge fit in the category that I'm in right here. Notice that lore religion also for the abyssal bloodline or athletics for that one works as well. Why they get two choices, I'm not sure. But again, that's my point. Is again, you can spread it around. Notice there's no reason for us to go draconic because we already are. And I don't even think they should give us the ability to do that. So don't bother investing in perception for that. But if you were not draconic and you wanted all the cool shit that comes from being draconic, that's some of the stuff that we're talking here. You don't get the spells, but like you'll get like the dragon claws or the extra damage that they get for, you know, like electric spells like I'm getting, or I want to say they get like a different thing each time. So let's actually just read up on this here. At first level, you can form a powerful bond with an object or a creature. This bond takes form of familiar bonded objects. Familiar is a magical pet. I don't think I honestly get this. I think this part is actually busted. But it unlocks two other ones. So there's Eldritch Heritage, and this is why we're doing this, guys. Show one available. There's Eldritch Heritage. There's improved Eldritch Heritage. Let me show it to you down here. Right here, that's like the next one. Again, more charisma. You still need high charisma for that one. And a high character level. And, of course, unlock Eldritch Heritage. But again, we have that. So all those boxes will be checked after this level, so we're good to go there. And then there's greater Eldritch Heritage, which you may not be able to grab. His charisma needs to be 17, but I think I'm investing in charisma from this point on, even though he's not a charisma character. I mean, he's casting with his charisma, but I mean, he's a strength-based build. But I don't mind taking the last 2 points into charisma, specifically so I can unlock this. And the reason you want to unlock this is literally... you gain the 15th level or lower ability from the bloodline that you're picking. Well, remember, we're picking the arcane bloodline. What are they getting? I think, if I understand this correctly, he's getting the +2 to a school of focus, in a school for like a spell focus ability for free. Now, it's not free. I had to invest in it, but I'm getting other stuff for doing this as well. That's my point. And it could be he gets like free spells or something else. So again, there's plenty of good things to go with this. Oh, yeah, I gotta pick my stuff. Derp. This isn't broken. Okay, get Arcane Bond. So now, again, this is where he can literally take any spell, and then poof, the spell comes back. Just once a day. But again, you run out of spells, hey man, doesn't matter if it's level 1, level 4, level 6. If you could cast it, now you have it back. And remember, he's a spontaneous caster. So that means a level 4 spell comes back. Not just the one you, like, say, oh, I ran out of Fireball level 3 spells. I want Fireball back. I click it back and then decide I don't need it. Well, you didn't just waste it and get back only Fireball. No, you got a level 3 use back. So any level 3 spell can be suddenly used at that point. So again, it's pretty potent. Notice he has other stuff here, though, like a Familiar. And a Familiar is important when we go back to skills because it gives you a bonus to Perception and a bonus to something else. For instance, like the cat gives a bonus to Perception and a bonus to Stealth. The Centipede. Will saves and perception bonus. So there's always a perception bonus. Notice that. Viper Familiar would probably make sense for him because it's a bonus to Persuasion as well, and that will allow him to intimidate guys more with his Cornigan Smash. So let's do that. He's a Viper Familiar. And again, he's a dragon, so he's got a little snake pit. That makes sense to me. From here, we're going to grab level 1 spell. I mean, really got everything I really wanted right now anyway. The only thing that would make sense for him would be Enlarged Person, which we have. Anything with electricity, which we already got that one. Grease is a staple. And I would say Expeditious Retreat. One of those two. But this is his last level 1 spell, if I'm not mistaken. So you have to be very careful here. Again, Expeditious Retreat is nice, but we have so many people casting Haste that this is kind of wasted at that point. It lasts a longer time amount of time, so if you're soloing, Expeditious Retreat's invaluable, but he's not soloing. So I'm going to go with, like I said, Grease, because it is a staple spell. From there, we have Dragon's Breath already on his list. Control Fireball, Fear, sounds good. Honestly, I would grab either Stone Skin or Greater Invis, or in his case, since he doesn't have it, Dimension Door. The ability to teleport from place to place is, again, extremely valuable. Viper Familiar, more intelligence, knowledge arcana, the ability to do Dragonkind 1. Remember I said that he was going to get that ability, so here we go. That's awesome for him. So a lot of plus right there for him. The sisters, we can fast forward this part because I have them on autopilot for how to level them up. You can, if you start them and you say, it has a choice where it says, load the pre-made build, which the devs have given you, and say, oh, you just do it the way we tell you is probably okay. And it's never is. They're usually garbage picks. But at least it's something, and it moves the game along faster, so I don't have to waste my time leveling up characters that I'm never going to use. That's why I don't know what their abilities are, because I never use them. But we did that part. Now let's come over here. We want to see what we can see. So we got plenty of time before another check. 5 days. So like I said, it sounds like a perfect opportunity for us to have some fun. And notice that he is working on the Varnhold Militia. Having said that, I am working on a teleportation circle, or a mage tower, I should say, excuse me, at Varnhold, because I forgot to make one like a doof. Since we are packing the team, how much food do I got with me? I may just want to take that. Yep. Pricing is something. There we go. Yep, that's more than enough. Agile short sword. Anything here that showed up? I don't think we had anything show up from the vendors. Oh, I do want to, though, pass out better gear. I have charisma. Well, he's got the mental perfection. His intelligence, wisdom, and charisma is up. Pass. Lindsay, she's at a +4 and has whole person for free once a day, but this will give her +5. I'm cool with that. We got a physical form belt. This is a Dex Con belt, and she's very lackluster with just Dex. Extra HP, extra dexterity, better chance for her to hit with her kick-ass ankle breaker crossbow. Sounds good to me. Better necklace as well. Now again, just to show you this, she has the ability to use bows. So I could straight up hit her up with a composite short bow, but she has crap for strength, so it's not really giving her a whole lot of pluses there. But she may get many shot, so that could be a thing. But the reason we wanted to keep the bow was not for her, it was actually for his buddy and local hottie, Octavia. She's got a composite short bow +3. Here's a +4. So better chance to hit, and she's lackluster on the feats when it comes to using that bow. That's why you're not seeing anything here. But she's not a great attacker anyway. She's a wizard mostly, and as such she's only going to get very crappy base attack bonus progression. If we ever get her up to 2 or 3 attacks in a round, I'll be considering that amazing for her. But it's still an upgrade. Notice that we have given her the Clockwork Pendant so that she has increased ground speed. Invaluable for a wizard that needs to get the hell out of dodge. And also buffs her slow and haste spells, which she of course has. She's a transmuter. Those are both transmutation spells. Now remember, I also said that she was going to eventually get training Let me show you this. In arcane armor, she does. Oh, okay, cool. So she has her arcane armor trainer, and she has armor proficiency in light armor now. Or she did because she was a rogue, I should say. So she can actually wear armor that's at a 10% arcane spell failure and it not be a problem. So, while she's loving, I'm sure, the Leviathan gift, I do have armor for her. So let's go by padded armor +4, for instance. I can give her that. See the arcane spell failure 5% chance. That would be something that most people would be like, well, I could probably have sucked that up and not worry about spell failure that much, because it's only like 5% of the time that that's ever going to fire off. But this game is notorious for screwing me over. So again, having the ability to make that 5% just go away, that's what I did with that feat that she has. So I can literally put this on her, and she literally has that +5 armor. But then there's no need for the bracers. Aha. So the point of this is this. Obviously you want something better than this, or certainly something that's better than this. And then you can put something in this slot. For instance, see if I can find it. He has bracers of archery. See this? And you can get more than one of these sets out there. So this is a bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls for using a bow. What does she use? Aha. So you see the point here? While she may suck and can only shoot once around, why not make sure it hits? You see my point? So again, by doing this, I'm recycling or repurposing this slot. And you'll see that I do that a lot. But since it's not helping yet, we'll give her back the Leviathan gift for now. So we will keep that padded armor is my point. I could give her something like, matter of fact, I think we even have it over here. Shepherd's armor is 15% failure. Remember, she only takes away 10, so that would be a penalty to her. She could still get the bonus on attack and damage rolls with short bows and long bows. That would be awesome, but she'd be at a 5% arcane spell failure. But she gets 8 armor, so again, I don't know, man, kind of nice. Reaper's Vest, this one would work. It has an arcane spell failure, though, of 15% again, same problem. But she would get extra dodge, she'd get extra armor, all pluses. Breastplate, she could not do that because you don't have the training in that one. But if I gave her a mithril chain shirt plus something, the mithril takes that 20% for a chain shirt, which is typical, and takes 10 away automatically because it's lighter weight. Less cumbersome, if you want to think of it that way. So again, a mithril chain shirt for her would be awesome. Obviously, the best kind that's out there, mithril chain shirt +5, I'm assuming. And she'd have a good armor with that, and she could repurpose, again, those bracer slots for something else. So again, viable options. It's just how you look at leveling up your characters and building them for combat. But we have everybody we want here. Is there anything else I wanted to pass along? Not really. I suppose I can give that bow to Lindsay, because she gets more attacks that way, right? So 13, 13, 8, 15, 15, 10. Again, there's not much in the way of damage. 1d8 plus 8. So 9 to 16 versus 10 to 13. It's better on the back end, but worse on the top end. Range is kind of crap, too, on this one. 40 feet versus 50. So there's that. But she is better at swinging with it, so I will let her keep it. Notice that it is putting her at overcumbered, so I had thought of that. I think it's time to retire the ankle breaker. It's only a +1 weapon. Sells for a decent penny, not much. Is there anyone that could use it, though, I suppose would be the next option. She ain't ever using that. I suppose I could give it to Val, just so she has some ranged potential on her, but fine. Okay. What else we have? Oh, we had this clear vision helmet. Bonus to saving against illusion and a bonus to their armor as well. But most people use their slot for something important, like wisdom, or for charisma, or all mental stats. So again, the only one that could probably benefit from it would maybe be her. I like the fact that she has spells with that one. Her, she needs the extra wisdom. Knock knock, he's getting dexterity bonus, so no on that. He's gone, he's done. Who else? Miri. Here we go. It's going to look ugly. But Again, I don't care. And again, protects her from the illusion school. Hey, I'm cool with that. And then insight to armor class. I don't even think that's listed under here. Oh, it is. Insight +2. There it is. Clear vision. Very awesome. And that insight works on touch armor class. That's very nice. So, pretty badass. Athlete's gloves. No. Padded armor. No. What else we got here? Mostly cell material. Time to get out to combat, I say. Let's do some stuff. Although, we just returned from the field, and I had forgotten, we had picked up more of those cool little doodads. These, where do they go? Time-worn Thessalonian blah-blahs. I think we may have enough for a story. Let's find out, shall we? Hey, storyteller, tell me a story. Brought some relics. Do you wish to learn the story of the thief of secrets, my baron? Hell yeah. Tell me the story of the thief of secrets. The invisibility potion tastes bitter. My charmed spectacles are cold against my face, but they allow me to see in the dark. The darkness embraces me like warm dark velvet as I creep slowly up the tower spiral stair. I am Kinney, the stubborn thief of secrets. I was born to a family of slaves, destined to squirm at the feet of my Cyclops masters. But I grabbed fate by the throat and escaped, taking with me some of my cruel master's artifacts. Since then, I've traveled the world doing what I do best. We just got 13 grand there, guys, and 2,250 experience for the team. They took all that shit from us, too. Whole lot of crap. Time worn, that's one thing. 2, 3, 4, 5 different items. From the tall spikes of the Temple of Aslanti to the secret dungeons of Thassalan, from huts of shamans living in reeking swamps to the shiny palaces of Cyclops aristocracy, I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. Oh, sorry. And from every quarter I collected something of great value: scrolls and potions, artifacts, blueprints of magical devices, and spell designs. All this and far more I have held in my hands. Bards tell stories of my adventures. Some claim that once the stubborn stole an artifact right from the bedroom of the Lord of Runes. I can neither confirm nor deny these rumors. But today's mission is more important and dangerous than all that came before it. I must not lose. I do not have the right to lose. The stairway ends at an arch without a door. I look for traces of protective spells and frown when I find none. I step across the threshold. Moonlight fills the room. Wrought iron grills on the windows cast crisscrossing patterns on the floor. Small blossoming trees sway in their pots. Where are the protections? I take another careful step. And that would unnerve the shit out of me if I know I'm in a big area and I don't see any traps or any protective wards. That was going to freak me out. Suddenly, two of the nearest trees reach out of their out their branches and drop some petals. They fall in a circle, damning the world all around. I move to escape, only to find myself trapped. The invisible wall is more secure than shackles. Caught. I sigh and I sit myself trapped. The invisible wall, and I sit down upon the floor. Excuse me. Legs crossed. I take out a flask of strong liqueur and a volume of frivolous poetry awaiting the tower's owner. Why do you call yourself the thief of secrets? Because I do not steal for profit. I have no interest in gold and jewelry, only the secrets of wizardry. I do not rob simple wizards, but track down those who possess unusual artifacts or develop new spells, which they do not wish to share with the world. Oh, he's a giver. Look at him. I began by giving the secrets of Cyclops wizards to their human slaves, but many years have passed since then, and the list of my exploits has grown long. I have learned that if someone possesses unique power or knowledge, they can easily use them to evil ends. But when power and knowledge belong to many, no one alone can abuse them, and balance is preserved. Okay, what are you stealing this time? Swordtail moves his lips silently, rubs his temples and sighs, obviously baffled. I cannot answer, your grace. This has never happened to me before, but some of the memories seem hidden. Let us continue. Perhaps everything will become clear as the story develops. Please go on. Soon, the owner of the tower enters the room, a tall elf with silver hair, wearing simple gray clothes. He looks at me and shakes his head. Couldn't even make it past the third floor. What happened to you, stubborn? You're getting old? I flash him an obscene gesture that backstreet dwellers use. The elf laughs and flutters his fingers, lifting the spell. The circle of petals blows away, and I arise. The tower's owner embraces me warmly. I thought you were stealing from this dude. The master of the tower is a powerful wizard, a creator of wonderful things, and an old friend. Once when I was a young boy who had just escaped slavery, I snuck into his pantry and found myself caught in a magic trap just like I was today. The owner did not punish me, but instead released me, gave me food and a roof over my head. Since then, we have been in competition. Once every 5 or 6 years, I visit my friend and try to secretly slip through all the traps in his tower. That's cute. And then we pass the night speaking of my adventures and the varying fates of the elves and the short-lived. That's cool, man. Today, too, we sip mulled wine, and I tell him of the many wonders I've seen in my travels. You'd learn much if you didn't sit here endlessly guarding your secrets, he smiles. You've made it your life's goal to reveal secrets, and I to keep them. Not every secret belongs out there in the world, stubborn. Passing through hundreds of hands, jewels lose their shine, and knowledge becomes distorted. Truth turns to lies. That is why I sit in my tower, guarding what I've created and what I've learned from others. And again, that's fair. I dare not argue, and we talk about other things for a while. At least we say goodbye until the morning. Or at last we say goodbye until the morning. And as soon as the elf retires to his chambers to immerse himself in meditation, I slip out of the room with all my equipment and proceed to the tower's main treasury. Forgive me, my friend. You've let a snake into your house. How are you going to pass through the traps? You've never been able to do it before. The truth is, I've known all the traps in this tower for many years and have gathered a handy set of artifacts that will help me avoid them. Every time I got caught, it was only to blunt my host's vigilance. Thus, he would invite me into his house without worrying for his precious secrets. He's gonna steal from his friend, man. So what happened then? The plan worked. Not long after, I had already escaped the tower, taking with me one of the old elf's greatest secrets, and now I'm running, hiding, delving down and down through the tunnels of an ancient dungeon to hide what I have stolen. For so many years we argued about whether I'm right to tear secrets from their keepers' hands and release them into the world. And here I am, shunning the sun, crawling deep as far as I can reach, away from the light of knowledge, to hide a secret which must never be shared. I have no one I can tell of this. There is none with whom I can share this dread knowledge and my terrifying speculations. I have no right to speak of it. I think I took from the tower. The thing I took from the tower must be hidden dark away and never see the light for thousands of years. Otherwise there will be great woe. My friend's tower is not the adamant keep he imagines it to be. He must hide his secret deep, where it will vanish without a trace. Even if it means that I myself must vanish with it, I have little hope that you will understand why I betrayed you, my friend. Forgive me if you can, and farewell. Is that all? The storyteller hesitates. His face grows pensive and more grim than usual. Yes, the ending of the story is lost in the darkness. I cannot say what happened to the stubborn and his secret. This story is one of the most ancient I've encountered. Perhaps that is the reason for its obscurity. How amusing that it touches upon a matter that I've given much thought to, whether secrets should be kept hidden or shared generously with the whole world. So what was he hiding? I cannot say. I suspect, Your Grace, that the stubborn feared that his memories might be recovered and deliberately hid his secret even from my sight. Thank you for your story. All right. These are all the other ones we've done before, by the way. That's pretty cool, man.
I do what I must.
Since we since we found all those items in the Tenebra Steps, I'm betting that has to do with the Tenebra Steps. So, is what he buried the thing we're supposed to be killing at the end of the Tenebra Steps? I wonder if he stole the egg. The spawn of Rovagug is down there. That's the jackass main boss fight at the very end, level 20, that we're building towards. And I'm wondering if the bastard stole that, the egg, plopped it down there so that no one would ever get the spawn of Rovagug back up and doing this thing. But obviously that failed. That's wild. That is super wild, man. Oh, alright. Anyway, I dig it. Let's come on over here. As a quick reminder that we don't have anything to sell. We have offer stuff. Yeah, we did. We have that, and I want to get rid of. No. Keeping that. I'll get rid of that. Yeah, I don't think I need these two things. And the gold thread. I didn't bother to check to see if anyone needed a cloak. We'll keep that one for the time being, I suppose. Not bad. 16 is more than enough to do what we're going to need to do next. So, off we go to go kill the Twice-Born Lord. Is this the team we're taking? I don't see why not. Well... So, remember, there's always interactions with your teammates in the various scenes, right? So, this is a barbarian. So, having a Miri with me could be important. And again, this is the guy that handed a Miri her ass while she was paralyzed, remember? So, she may have something to say about this. And that's not the worst idea ever to take her. She does solid damage, and I can switch her back to being ranged in a heartbeat. But that means I'm losing out on one of these two. And they've both been crushing it. And I can't get rid of Tristan because I need a healer. And a buff bot. And again, I kind of want these two then, I guess. Alright, so that's what I made up my mind. Okay, so we're doing her. We'll switch her back to range. Her, or him. Sorry, Tristan. It's the hair. Throw at me, buddy. And Jubilost. Sounds good. Alright. Now, like I said, the reason that we're switching her over, although now I think about it, I wonder, do I have a ranged weapon for her? Well, I can always cast cantrips. That's good enough. Sneak attack damage is all I really wanted, and I don't need it to be like 3 or 4 or 5 attacks in a combat round. I mean, Ekken's better at that anyway. But we are going all the way. We got lots of places to explore here still, too. So we're going all the way to here, and I think you were the closest. Teleport to Tatzelford. So let's go to Armag's tomb. Quick save. A rebel. No, she has one open. Yeah, I'll switch her over to that. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Sip my coffee. Someone on the road, get ready. Not even a chance to evade. Do
it the hard way.
Oh, wait, this is the fight we missed that last time because I kept editing it out. We kept avoiding this, so this must be coded in here to have to happen. So Dorraj here. We don't want to waste a lot of stuff on this, but we might have to take a knee before too long anyway, so might as well like blow our wad on some of these things. Straight do damage to a shit ton of dudes. And again, I don't mind buffing up the tiniest bit.
This will hurt.
Alright, Liza's turn. Before we get into this, I'm going to make sure that I haven't forgotten to grab a spell. Yeah, slap it up in there. That's that one. Okay, so we have, pause it here while I look at this stuff because I want to see their health bars. We got more than a few dudes in the middle here, causing us griefs, fits, and blind spells. Let's actually move her to the point where she can bomb her abilities. I think. These 4? These 4. I'm gonna do these 4. Oh, reduced to 0, huh? So you got some fire protection on it. Alright, and I'm gonna have her come over here.
Strike as one.
Tristan's turn. He also has fireball spells. So again, the ability to strike these guys is gonna be pretty easy. He has resistance, but not immunity. Good, good. Tristan, step over here, please. Oh, wow. She just took a smack right to the knot. 20. She's got a 33 armor class. We didn't buff up, so that's probably part of it. It's not the point, though. That's strip, so. So she's got her crossbow on. You know, 5-foot stutter shot. And let's see where we're at from here. Let's take a pot shot at this guy, but I'm thinking using a spell first. So, Metamagic Rod, as we found out the other day, it worked on the I should point this out because this may not work on this one. but it worked on the other one for the lesser quicken. We were able to fire off a cantrip and have it quicken, and it never used a charge. If that's still true, then that's still going to be awesome. Let's prove it to ourselves. So I have the rod off so I can do an actual spell of attack. Okay, so that part was normal. No surprise there. Pass this check. Full damage me. But now we will turn this rod on and see if we can fire off, say, something like the acid cantrip. Yeah, it does. That's sexiness right there. Oh, that's so fucking cool. And again, if she had sneak attack potential on that, which she didn't now, but she could have. She could have hit that for some sneak attack love. That's some sweet, sweet shit right there. Now, Miri's turn. Might as well, like I said, rage. We're going to rest probably before we get to Armag's turn officially, so we're all rested up in the outside world. Oh, yeah. Do your thing, buddy. What the hell just happened there? He just turned himself into a friggin' saber-tooth? What the fuck? Alright, so Bomb Boy's turn. Two blast up to here. You can hit that fool, but I'd rather you hit this one.
Clever ploy.
Love you, bro. Getting busy over there. Dorraj's turn, and again we have another fireball spell, but we also have this kick-ass shout ability. Let's see if we can't include more doofuses in this mess. It's not going to catch a lot here. I think I did. Nice.
You should have run!
Okay. Elias's turn.
Do not hold.
Pokey, stabby. Christian's turn. Alright, bro. Time to bring out the skeleton. Oh, there we go. And he has a staff in his hand that allows him to give them a +3 to the weapon upgrade. So all these guys are swinging with a +3 extra to hit, +3 extra damage. Now is the fun time. We're going to 5 stutter stuff again. He is only person attacking him, but we have multiple dudes on this guy.
Out
so
of my way.
So we managed to get sneak attack on him. Oh, because he's attacking that guy. Not our friend, but we'll take it. It's kind of tricky. I want you to hit this.
Doing it wrong.
Get over here, man. He did some solid damage. We need to start wiping out that guy over here. He's starting to piss me off. People lost. On that note.
Primitives.
Boom. Bam. And now I finish him off. Right. Good. Where's GGB?
Strike! Don't hold back!
My gift to you. Alright, let's do a little bone shaking on this thing that created down his body. That'll work. Tristan. Step up here. And Sunbeam this way. Trippy ass looking spell. Made it reflex save, but only get the divine thing. Let's go opens here though to slow him down and to engage him so that he gets some sneak attack love. Like so.
Run them through.
And also forgot these guys I think are immune to sneak attack and crits, so probably that's gonna do us. Miri, over here, kiddo.
They go down!
Solid damage like always. Keep lost.
Will
You
they
know what's what.
ever learn?
Battle leader. Peace out, set face. Alright. Taking all those things, we'll sell them eventually. Wrong direction, fellas. Wrong direction. We are a little wounded, so before we step out of the area, we'll have Tristan AoE heal. Just to top us off a little bit. And again, doesn't much matter because we're going to rest here before too long. Anyway, another point. I don't want to have to worry about it if we get mugged again on the way to Twiceborn warlord here, Armag, in his tomb of Toominess. For instance, like I said. And I'll do this fight because why not? Free XP is free, that's what I was told. And it's his spitter.
Share your troubles.
You know what he needs? He needs friends. Send him some friends, Christian. Ooh, he had other friends. No, he didn't need friends. Well, I'll take my friends back then. We're gonna do a bone shaking on that one. Auto hit move. Solid damage. Oops.
We shall overcome.
Proto, I want you to delay your turn past Dora, because Dora's gonna rush that one too. GB, you're up here, bro.
A fine use of my talent.
Yeah, you are. Take that damage. Ooh, sneaky attack. Oh, suck it, loser. Dora's turn, and again, might as well buff ye old weapon.
This
Go
will
here, swing.
hurt. This strike. Oh yeah. My
Nice solid crit on
masterpiece.
that one. Now Protolitch has the opportunity to sneak
Hear
attack.
you cry.
She is not very good with that thing, though, is she? No, she is not. Okay, ain't your fault. Tristan. Auto hit this thing, too. Oh, you cast your spell already. Dirt. Sorry, Tristan. When you start off with combat like that, he wasted his combat turn, as far as we're concerned, as far as attack spells. So, which is fair. It's just I forgot. Right there, I thought that was me. I'm like, what the hell are you doing biting me for, you jackass? Those the skeletons.
A
Lost.
clever ploy.
Boom. Bam. Pow. Dora's turn.
You should
Put
have
crunch on
run.
him. That's my guy. Can't loot those bodies, so we will just leave. Boom. Alright, where to from here? Ah, yes, to Armag's tomb. Keep a-traveling. And again, we are tired, but we're not that tired. And I should have actually used him to actually fix his constitution drain. I wasn't paying attention. Oh well. We're going to rest, is what I'm thinking. And since we have a full team, there's no reason not to put people in the proper spots. We'll use rations, of course, as needed. We have enough for 2 more rests inside, I'm sure. As long as she doesn't do anything but scavenge 2 things, we're fine. If she wastes all 6 of them, that's going to kind of suck. But it's what it is. And then for a solid meal choice... Oh, who wants what? These guys don't have preferences, and I don't think we get a preference either, but these 3 do. And I know he likes his shepherd's pie, so let's do the shepherd's pie.
Aren't you ever ashamed of all the nasty things you say to those around you?
I beg you, demonstrate your famous mercy and spare me the lecture. In the name of Sarenrae.
That was mean. We didn't even need to use rations. That's awesome.